y'all, it's Hope here at Crafty Hope, and welcome to a Thrifty Thursday. I might have already started this video. I am not sure. For me, Thrifty Thursday is anything picked up at a good discount at a estate sale, thrift store, yard sale, clearance shelf, sale item, dollar store, just anything that's just thrifty. So not necessarily thrifted. So I hope that makes sense. There's an antique store in the area that holds a monthly estate sale in its back warehouse, and I try to go every month because I just kind of like the layout. It's not as crowded as like being inside a house to do an estate sale. If I will do those as well. So anyway, I'll show you what I picked up. I got a little bit more than I did last month. So first thing I picked up was this. I always take a gander at the books first, and something about this one just called out to me. It's just a spiral bound London map. The pages back here I think are really yummy. Do you see the aging around the edges of it with all that writing? And then it's got these, and I think this could be really fun, is like even to like brayer off something because it lays flat, or to work in as an art journal, again, because it lays flat. So I think it's pretty neat. So it was $1. The only other book I got was this one, which was back in with the the precious books, and you can see it's like a primary book or whatever, which I think is super neat. It was $3. Oh look, it's got some writing in it. It looks like somebody took a crayon and colored some of the images at some point. So there's just little notes in here and names. This is from Mobile. I could probably still find that address. So it's not in great condition. Oh, somebody drew some faces in it. So it's been well loved for sure. Let me see if there's any kind of date in it. 1930. So I think it's super great. So those were my two books. Then I'll show you some of the smalls I picked up. They've got tables. The way they arrange this estate sale is long tables. They have dollar items, $3 items, $5 items, 10, 15, and then 25 and up. So, and then of course there's furniture and all kinds of things. One thing I did leave, well, there's two things maybe three things I did leave there that I was very tempted by. There's an old typewriter in disrepair. I have a picture of it. I'll put it here. And so, yeah, but I've already got 3 antique typewriters here. So I was like, even if it's $15, I don't need another antique typewriter. So I left it. There was a bag of blocks, just little wood blocks, like kids' toy blocks that I had seen in their preview pictures. But they wanted like $15 for it. And I could not justify that cost. And then there was a bag of cocktail stirrers. You know, they're usually from like old hotels in the 50s and stuff, and they're long stir sticks, and they usually have some kind of emblem or something at the top, and it was a huge gallon-sized bag of it, but it was $25. And since I couldn't think of one thing I wanted to do with it, I just couldn't justify it. I figured all of those things are something that maybe somebody else will treasure and find some way to bring new life to them. So let me show you some of my smalls from the $1 tables that I picked up. Y'all, there were tons of like little glass lids to jars. I don't know where the jars were, but the lids were all there. And this one, do you see it? It looks like a little gnome house. So I'm wondering if I can transform it somehow to look, I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks sitting up like this, like a little Smurf house or a gnome house. I think it's super cute. So that was $1. You can see I got this bowl. I've been picking up wood bowls lately. This one says mahogany from Guatemala, and it's Bob Stockadale. So it was a hand-turned bowl, and the fact that it had his signature on it and the information about the wood, I thought that was pretty sweet. So I got that. I picked up, y'all, there were a couple like dollhouse miniatures, and there was this bag of like, I don't even know, they're like little plates and doilies and things that I thought was just too cute. So these look like they're little things that would go on like to frame out a door or something. There are these little bouquets, tiny plates. They are 10, so I could definitely like punch a hole in them and make charms out of them. This little sconce really got me, like a lantern sconce type thing. Super cute. Some kind of banister, some kind of another doily. Just, I don't know. I was impulsive with that one, so let's see if I can get it back in the bag. What else did I pick up? I don't normally, there's always silverware, but something about these iced teaspoons, so they're long iced teaspoons, they're a bit tarnished silver. Didn't even look what it says in the back. Purest silver plate, maybe? Something like that. I'll have to use the magnifying glass to check. But I thought they could be really neat if I hammered them out, even made bracelets out of them or something. It could be super sweet. There were tons of them. I just happened to grab 2. This little jar with its lid. I thought I've got lots of jars, but this one actually has a lid. It makes me think of food coloring jars for some reason. So I thought it was sweet. And there's this spigot handle. Is really lightweight. It's not as heavy as others. I'm not sure what metal, but it still has some of its like red color on it. And I think it being as light as it is could be look really neat in some kind of assemblage. And then this was one thing I almost didn't get and went back for it. It's lens paper, I think, for cleaning. I guess this is scientific prop, so probably microscope lens, but there are also ones, there was another little booklet that was Kodak, but for camera lenses. And so it's got, I don't know how many sheets are left in here, but it's basically like a tissue paper, and I really wonder how it would work in a collage or being stamped on or something like that. So I couldn't walk away from some fun paper. Let's see, I got a couple other $1 items, but they're the last things I grabbed. So this was $3. See, it's a 10, pepper bark 10 that's fairly new. And it wasn't the 10 I got it for, but I could definitely use the 10. It was the fact that it's loaded down with hardware, y'all. It's all kinds of nails and screws, some of them rusty. I mean, look at this rusty one. But then there were things like hinges in it. It's definitely just a thing I want to sort through. I love these things, which I believe, and I'm always looking for them. I think they are to put mirrors on the wall. They're like little decorative things that they would help secure mirrors on the wall. So bits of phone cords and door like hingey things. I don't know what this is, some kind of hook, but it's blunt on the end. And now my battery's dying. This is another thing that you would use to put a mirror in. That's some kind of foam. All right, let me change the battery real quick. That's changed. So I don't know. This is just something I want to kind of sort through. I'll probably get an old towel or something and spread it out. For the most part, it's just old nails. I told my husband he was going to be mad at me for getting this, but $3, I got a 10. I got a couple things I was excited about. Oh, look at that, a spring. I'm such a dork. That's an interesting nail there. So that was my $3 item, and then y'all, the other item I got that was above $1 was this. It was $5. It is, I didn't need any more embroidery floss. I honestly didn't. But most of the embroidery floss is labeled as DMC floss. It's still in the skein. There's also this bit of crochet yarn here, or crochet thread here. It feels like cotton. That's really nice. I like that. There's also several little rolls of this embroidery floss, tatting crochet, actually, Coats and Clark's tatting crochet. So there's like 3 of those. I didn't see that. That's pretty with that variegation in there. It's also DMC, so I had to get it. This is some embroidery wool. So yeah, I paid $5 for that. And there's this big one here, tapestry yarn. And then there's also this line of what do you call this? Lace or trim? But it's all these pretty daisies that I think could be really fun and something. So I went ahead and got it because, yeah, I'm a sucker. Okay, so the last things I got, they have like expensive linens there, but then they also have a table of linens that each item is $1. So I kind of picked through that. And I picked up this napkin. It's stained, as you can see, which is why it was on the dollar table. I think there, yeah, there's a hole here, but it also has this lace on it. I just thought it was kind of neat and that it would be fun to tear apart and give it a new life. So it's got some pretty lace on it. I picked up a couple things with some embroidery on it. So this little, I don't know, what do you call this? Like a doily, or is it a coaster of some kind? It's got this pretty little Easter basket stitched on it, and then lace. And then this piece I thought was interesting because it's long and again stained, but it's got some really pretty embroidery, interesting lace. And the last thing is this eyelet piece. I believe it's eyelet, that's what I would call it. And again, it is long, but I can see totally cutting it down or dyeing it or using it as part of a book cover or something. So yeah, I got it. Again, I'm a sucker. So that was my haul today at the estate sale. If I have anything else this month or in the next week or two, I will tack it on. Hey y'all, I've got a couple more things to add to this video before I finish it out. Well, not more than a couple. I did a little bit of thrifting today, and antique mall place, and then a couple of thrift stores. So the antique mall I went to first, the first thing I got was this, which says automobile trimmer supply and body hardware book. But what it actually is somebody using here. It's at the beginning of this. If I can find it. Where's the beginning? Here. Scrapbook started March 1928. So it's a lot of just magazine clippings. I can see in places where whoever it was had this, and there's a lot of poetry. Lots and lots, mostly poetry that's in here. I'm trying to see, the pages are so scrappy. There. More poetry. This is some kind of handwritten poetry there, a comic, but this says 1926 in it, so it's something they saved beforehand. Some information about how trees become cold. I saw a little thing on the lifespan of animals. Something, it's a view of Yankee Stadium. I don't know. So it's interesting. There's this photo from Boot Hill Cemetery in Billings Point. I don't know. Anyway, and it goes on. It's lots and lots of poetry and little things. There's not much of it. There's a loose page here. And then the rest of it is just this book. And you can see this looks like something had been stored in here, because see how the pages are discolored where the newsprint had been. The rest of the pages don't have that discoloring, but it does have some neat imagery in it. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. So some of the pages, apparently whoever had it cut them out, like here, I think to give more space in the book, perhaps. I'm not real sure. So I thought that was cool. Also, I got this bag of dresser hardware. So there's some different, come on. There's like the actual handles here, and it looks like somebody did like a wax paint or something on it. What do you call that? So it looks like, see, these two pieces here are different than these 4 here, but they all have these escutcheons, which are the decorative backs that go behind them, and that's what really drew me to this bag. Are these, they look like flowers, and I feel like I could use them in jewelry or some kind of assemblage, but these too could be really super neat somehow attached to something if I can figure out, oh, there is an opening here, how to get that open. So anyway, I thought that was kind of fun little odd bits. All right, let me pick all this up, and then let's see, I went to the a thrift store in the area, and I'm excited to check this out. Let me get my receipt. This is, let me see, the date on it was like 1986, and it's some alphabet match me cards. So it was just 99 cents, so I thought I'll get it and we'll see what they are, because I couldn't get it open because they have it taped closed. All right. So, oh, these are interesting. So, this is a shiny front. So, obviously, mitten, M, E, Eskimo, C, cat, D, doctor, T, teapot, I, ink. Oh, that one's kind of fun. Little H, hammer. So, those are fun. Yeah, I like those. I mean, the images are whatever, but I like, yeah. So those are kind of fun. So I'm kind of glad I got those for 99 cents. But I also picked up, they had all of the Christmas stuff was 50% off. So they had these bags of cookie cutters. And this one I think is all tree shapes. Let's see if we can get it open. So these are all Christmas tree shapes, and they look like they're still brand new because there's stickers on them. So I hope I can get the stickers off. Yes, because I can see totally turning these into some kind of ornament, like filling them with something somehow to make ornaments. So this one's all trees, and this one is trees and candy canes, I believe. So they had like 2 sets of all trees, and then 3 sets that were trees and candy canes, but not a single set that was all candy canes. So trees and candy canes. I guess they could be J's. But anyway, they're just cookie cutters, and yeah, I thought that's super. I've been looking for something like that to maybe do some ornaments for next year. So, I'm trying to think ahead, y'all. Trying to get, you know, things squared away. Okay, so that was thrift store number 1. The second thrift store I went to, let me see if I can move this, because this other stuff is kind of big. Okay. So, the first thing I picked up at the other thrift store is this, I believe, I was thinking it was Mary Englebright, but I don't see the M-E on it like I expected. It's definitely Mary Englebright style, but this is a Longfellow quote. But I just thought it was super cute. I don't have a whole lot of pink things, but these little flowers could really make some neat jewelry. So yeah, and it was $2, but blue stickers were 30% off, I think. I think that's right. So that made this like $1.40 or something. Then what else? I got this, I know, just a loaf tin. I thought it would be good to sort some things in it. Let's see if I can get the sticker off. It was $3, but again, blue sticker, 30% off. What does that make? I don't know. I didn't do the math. 90 cents off, something like that. That sounds like right. I'm not sure. Anyway, 2 metal things. Then I found the sewing stuff. So they had lots of things of like sewing thread on these big things, but it was all the same color and all of that. And I found this, it's miscellaneous crafts and party is the section they tend to put these in. So it has a little hoop, and a little set of some needles. These are really super blunt, like, I don't know, not sharp at all, but it was really the fabric, not the fabric, the thread that drew me in, because some of these colors are like, y'all, this is like my favorite color. Look at that. But then it's got like a great gray, and they're not DMC. They are JMP coats, which is something I recognize. So with the colors, I thought was a really nice array. And again, I don't need more embroidery floss. I have said this how many times. I don't really need more books or embroidery floss, but yeah, I got it. And in that same vein, did I get the needles? Uh-oh. Yes, okay. Whew. Don't want those floating around my desk. So in that same vein, I also, trying to keep my receipts together. Got this bag. Oh, that bag was $3. I think all of these bags were $3. So this was also, I don't see the sticker, but it was $3. That must have come off somewhere. It had a sticker previously. So this has, I'm trying to see. Okay. Oh, this is on there, like, alright, I guess I'll have to remove this. It's taped all together. That's why I couldn't move some things. I was trying to look in the bag and move things around, and nothing would move around in the bag because it's all taped together. So it has these two things of floss here. Again, in all kinds of colors. But really, more than the floss, it was the hoops that intrigued me. So let's see what we have here. Where's my, I don't know why that's doing that. Because this just has a spring on it. So I guess it just moves some. I think these are more for like mounting things. So these are all metal springs with, okay, this has got like a cork in it, which I'm going to assume helps protect the fabric. This again is just 2 rings that fit inside. These are all just rings. So I think these are just for mounting stuff, not so much for actual like sewing of it. Oh no, are these two the same size? I can't tell. Yeah, these are. Alright, well, I've got rings. Oh, wait, do one of these fit in here? No. And here's another metal one. So, this bag may be a little bit of a dud then. Not as intriguing as I thought, but I can probably figure something else to do with it. The last bag, though, is the one I got the most excited about. And again, it was $3. I don't know if you can see the $2.99 on it. And it has all kinds of stuff in it. So, we're going to open it. And I'm going to open the thing I'm most intrigued about last. So, just fair warning. Alright. So, there is some houndstooth ribbon. Not sure where this looks like it's from. Is it wired ribbon? Houndstooth is a big deal. I am from Alabama, so houndstooth is a thing. So, yeah. This is fabric both from Joann's or Remnants. This is some seersucker, it looks like. I'm trying to see how much it is. 34 inches, maybe? Something like that. And then this is 17 inches. And just some red fabric. Does it say what it is? Cotton. Yeah, and this is, yeah, both cottons. So, alright. There is a baggie here of thread. If you saw back, was it November? I got a bunch of thread then. Here is more. A lot of it is on wood spools. This is like styrofoam here. There are a few styrofoam ones, but yeah, lots of thread. Does that, I was trying to see if this said JP coats on it. I mean, that's some nice black thread. All right. And then there is this little bag of all kinds of stuff that intrigued me the most. So let's zip this thread back up so it doesn't end up everywhere. All right, this one, let's see, we've got jingle bells, which, okay. What else is in here? So there's some little patches. Trying to keep the jingle bells where they go. There's a single button. Oh, and that's, looks like it's mother of pearl. I don't know if you can see that. A thimble, which, yeah. Oh, I want to get that staple off of there. I don't like staples. Several little flower patches. I'm not real sure what I would do with these. I mean, they're fairly nice. What else? I'm trying to get to it. Oh, that's definitely a mother of pearl or a shell button. I don't know if you can see that at all. It's hard for me to tell. That's a nice little button. That's just a little plastic button. A couple of little bobbins of thread. Actually, that one is empty. Those bobbins do not fit my sewing machine. I will tell you that much. Here's another little button. Let's see. What have we got? A bright green zipper, some kind of, y'all, I don't know what this is. Some kind of bias tape. Is this elastic? This is elastic, so some thin elastic and thicker elastic. Not in great shape. And then here, this is what had me buying this, were these two sets of hook and eyes. That are just lovely. This one doesn't, no, I guess a couple have been taken from over here. And this one has a few missing from it too. Some like lace bias tape. I'm not real sure what these two ribbons are. I'm sure it has some kind of purpose. So anyway, that was all $3. I don't think, you know, for the amount of thread that's in it and all of these little notions, not too shabby. I think that is it for this thrifty haul, y'all. If you have any questions or suggestions or ideas of things I can do with some of this, let me know, or how I might use those hoops, especially because they're not exactly what I thought they were. There is a needle right there, y'all. Straight, and that needle has been, can you see that darkened? So it's been through fire. Somebody has possibly pierced an ear or something like that. I hope there aren't any more loose ones of those. Alright guys, that is it. If you like this, make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and come back later and see what else I've got going on. Let me know if you found anything super awesome lately too. I would love to hear about your thrifty hauls. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye!